Hi, darling.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm feeling good today. How about you?
A little bit sleepy, but good. We've given a day's pause and thought about this episode, haven't we? Which is usually we're just like, okay, record immediately the next day. But today we're like, let's take a moment.
They were kind of milder episodes in a quite a nice way.
I'm very thankful for them. Thank you, Queen Claudia.
Yeah, at the 3/4 mark, a little bit of a respite to recover and reflect.
Yeah.
And get to know the participants a bit better.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about episodes 8 and 9.
Yes.
Poor old Harriet.
Her death was in vain.
Yeah, sacrifice was completely bloody pointless.
Yeah. Completely pointless.
2 episodes of total disaster from the faithful side.
Eek.
Just have to quickly talk about Stephen's outfits in these episodes, particularly the jumpsuit in episode 8. What the hell?
His silhouettes are just perfect. Does
So
he work
amazing.
in fashion? I don't even think he works in fashion.
No, he does like IT security or something.
He's amazing. His little moustache is perfect. His stripes, perfect. He's always got a big jumper and very skinny wide jeans, but he just looks so, his shapes are amazing.
Mum and Dad hate his style because it's
Well,
80s.
I don't think it's 80s.
I think it's a reimagining of the 80s.
I think it's a reimagining of the 80s. I think it's a reimagining of the 1930s. I think it's like it's giving 1930s bathers, men's bathers, you know, those ones that are like,
Yeah.
I always think of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah.
They hate his style. I'm like, guys, please don't. I'm like, we need a bit different, especially for men. It's so unusual. I'm like, please do something different. How is he finding these clothes? I love it. I'm obsessed.
We weren't around in the 80s, so obviously we don't know what it would have been like to be in a crowded room with lots of stinky nylon armpits.
That's
Same
true.
in the 70s, I guess. But I feel like it looks like the fabric and material and craftsmanship in his outfits are of a high level. I don't
Agree.
think they're stinky nylon.
I don't think so.
And that jumpsuit was just amazing. It reminded me of...
It was crazy good.
What's that film we watched recently?
Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Big Boogie Nights vibe.
Big Boogie Nights.
So Stephen was coming under some heat in this episode. There's been a big couple of episodes for Stephen, actually.
But it's been huge for Stephen. So when the episode opened, we found out who'd been murdered.
What was his name?
Adam?
Yes.
Which, God, this is the beginning of that.
Yeah.
Fuck. So the faithful were like, it was actually an amazing move from the traitors because they guessed.
Oh God, yeah, they guessed the right one.
And I was hoping they would guess him, and they guessed it, and they got him out, which they were like, that means that someone has to have known. Must have been Sam. But
brilliant move.
It was really amazing and lucky, and they were just like, would they make that risk? I don't think they'd make that.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. I think Rachel and Stephen are just making mostly very good decisions. Mostly.
Yeah. But despite that very clever decision, Jessie comes back round to thinking about
The Library 5.
the Library 5 and the cages.
Oh yeah, everyone
And
suddenly talking about the cages. I was like, I forgot about the cages.
these are the kind of things that Harriet needed to pinpoint to.
Yeah, all the evidence she had wasn't what the evidence that Jessie's bringing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the same with Fiona. Harriet and Fiona just did the same thing. Like, I've got all this evidence, wait for the round table, and then they don't have any.
Yeah.
They're just like, no.
Whereas
This person
linking
is-
it-
Rachel's a traitor.
Linking it to these like very memorable challenges is a really clever way of doing it.
And often it doesn't have weight, especially in challenges, but it does for Stephen.
Yeah. And it's just so fascinating because Jessie was RIP. Very popular, as Stephen also seems to be. So seeing her kind of go up against him is very interesting because people are listening to her, but then also still ultimately kind of being like, yeah, but I just don't think it's him though.
It is interesting though, the Stephen thing, he seems to have gotten more popular as the show's gone on, because you remember when Fiona went, he was kind of like saying my best friends are blah blah, and we were surprised at who they were.
Yeah.
Which made me think, and because people were sus of him at the start, it made me think that he didn't have very many friends, but somehow he's managed to cultivate stronger friendships. And then wasn't it Jessie brought up the Library 5, but then when it got to the round table, oh no, that was Roxy. Roxy said, I need to look at people I'm closest to. And then, sorry, am I jumping ahead too much to the round table?
That was the next episode's round table. That was funny. She was like questioning him, and then she was
now
just
I've spoken to you, I've cleared that up.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Have you cleared it up?
Yeah.
What? Just because
How?
he said, I'm faithful.
He said, I'm faithful. I laughed. Interesting.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
in the first round table is where Sam saw his demise. There was a long time coming.
Very inevitable. It's surprising he made it this far.
He looked very drained. Everyone who leaves, it's almost like people wait for people to say, oh, just vote me out then.
Yeah.
Which almost happened with Jade. Some kind of surprise that it didn't. She was kind of coming around to saying like, oh, just bloody do it then.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's just so exhausted, and I didn't think Sam would end up lacking that amount of fight, but he was just kind
It just
of like,
seems like a very big, weighty game.
burdensome. Yeah. And again, you'd think that Sam going out and saying he's faithful would point attention at Stephen and Rachel, because they were kind of pushing that, and I think Rachel was kind of coming back to Sam, and it just never does.
And Matt brought up, was it in this round table? Sorry, I'm mixing up my round tables.
That's okay.
That Stephen had been voting correctly.
Yeah, I think
He
it
voted
was
for all of the traitors.
Yeah,
which could be lucky. It's just the odds seem so stacked up against him, but something is just constantly keeping him in.
Yeah, I know.
It's amazing.
I don't know. I don't think he can last now.
He won't go to the end.
And then he makes the huge move of killing Jessie.
I respect it because I remember, look, this is based off of someone else saying it on the traitors, and I remember someone saying once, like, traitors don't really ever vote out someone that's a threat like that, that's been calling out their name, because it looks too suspicious.
Yeah.
So therefore it's a brilliant move. But that is the only thing Faithful uses evidence all the time, even though it never really happens.
Yeah.
They still vote people out based on that all the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it remains to be seen if it was a good move or not, because on one hand, at first, everyone, it seemed like it took the heat away from Stephen, because it was like, oh no, that's too obvious. But I also think it's just going to bring him to their minds more, like the things he's been doing have
That
just
is what I was
made
thinking.
him more obvious, whereas Rachel just isn't like coming up in the conversation at all.
Yeah. And it's like, I guess on the other hand of that as well, though, people are saying, I need to look at the people that I haven't thought of. And Stephen has been kind of thought of so much and brushed aside that it's almost makes sense for him. Does it make sense for him to bring himself to the forefront again? I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. He's got main character energy at the moment, and that's not a good thing to have as a traitor.
He has, and I guess he felt really under threat from Jessie. So he felt like he maybe needed to do a big move anyway.
Yeah.
Which perhaps, I think maybe it was the right decision, because I think Jessie was clever enough to get enough people behind her.
And trusted enough in the group, yeah.
Yeah. So at least he's bought time, and then this group just seemed to bloody forget anyway what's been happening.
Totally, because everyone's like panicking about themselves, which is the name of the game. And that was something we didn't mention, the fucking spooky house where they had the challenge with the...
Oh!
Sam... obviously Sam was gonna get voted out if he did that. You have to play you have to at least pretend you're a team player.
That was so foolish.
It was so foolish, and I think that tiredness that you were talking about, like, has just come to a head, and he's just like, well, just got to protect myself. It's like, obviously you're gonna get voted out at round table, mate. That's why you're never murdered.
Yeah,
no one's ever gonna murder you.
That was really silly as well, because yeah, exactly. He didn't need the shield at all,
and that's Jade's fatal flaw as well, is that she is a solo player.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because we've spoken about her before, and how she said that she plays games and stuff, and it does sound like she must just play for her. I don't know, I've just got an image of her playing by herself or for herself.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work in this game. It's not, I'm stirring my cauldron. It's some parts, gameplay, but most parts how you come across to everyone else.
Yeah, it's funny because Jade has been seen as suspicious the whole time, but she's actually not really changed her behavior or done anything that could be read as game playing. She's just been defensive from the start until the end.
And she has done that exact thing where the problem in the round tables where she, as soon as someone accuses her, she accuses them back, and it's like, girl, it looks bad.
Yeah.
You look sus.
Yeah, but from an outside perspective, you can just be like, well, she's obviously not a traitor, because a traitor would be, you know, building storylines, planting seeds, and all she's really doing is just sitting there getting angry.
Yeah.
But it's the anger that just gets everyone's backs up. But learning about her backstory gives way more context to why she has felt so isolated from the start. Like,
yeah. I was getting so frustrated with her at the round table, like, as we were watching, I was just like, you're being so rude. Like, don't be so rude, because you're going to fuck yourself over. And then, obviously, they hit us with the story, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, that her mum and sibling died.
Yeah.
And she was saying that she wants to buy a house. So I don't know if that means that, like, she was in a situation where she didn't have many resources or wasn't being looked after. I don't know whether she had another parent.
I guess the element of, like, in not having security, if your mum leaves when she was kind of young, because she's only 25, and she said it was like in
8 years ago or something.
Yeah, so I'm like, must have been quite young, because she said her mum left, had a child, and then with someone else, and then died.
Yeah.
So that must have happened when she was quite young. So she probably is looking for security, and that's probably why she feels so defensive in all of these round tables.
And I do feel bad for her, especially because she is of mixed heritage, that she's been seen as suspicious from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Without much kind of happening to make that
She
the
also
case.
has resting bitch face.
She does.
Which people don't like.
She does, but I think that is all wrapped up in anticipating people leaving her out, and then people are leaving her out, and then, you know what I mean?
Just self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
So what did you think about Rachel standing up at breakfast and saying, I've got an idea of who it is, and you're not going to know until the round table?
Absolutely.
Sorry, I keep doing the wrong accent now because I've been watching Blue Lights too much. Sorry, everyone.
Absolutely bananas behaviour, but
it's another
amazing
thing of, like, drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah,
Rachel draws the exact right amount of attention.
The exact
to herself.
right amount, because when you think about
she does it,
when you think about people like Roxy, who everyone knows is faithful because she's always just standing up and saying something a bit
and it's wrong,
stupid. Yeah, like, hang on, why did this person do this? Like, traitors often don't do that. Like, kind of traitors often don't think aloud, and it's hard to pretend having those kind of reactions when you actually know what's going on. So she's doing the perfect amount of, like, declaring while also seeming to be really chill. I don't know, she's so clever, but I was like, bloody hell, what are you doing? I would not have the guts to do that. I feel like she didn't even know what her plan was yet.
No, I don't think she did. And also, it's just, like, so crazy that she has caused so much anger with Harriet, Fiona in this situation. Now she's upset Ellie so much because she said, I'm like, guys, look at Rachel, but also don't, because I want her to win now.
I know. And she is managing somehow to always make Stephen the one that puts his head above the parapet in the challenges, even though she did the crazy ink finger thing, but she put him in the selection of the inked people and in the cage, and he was in the library.
She's
that wasn't her
fully
fault.
playing her for herself,
and allowed him to murder Jessie and all of these things, and she's just kind of like acting. I don't know if she's doing it on purpose, but
I think she's allowing him to, because he's obviously saying one of us should put ourselves here, and she's been like, if you want to, you can. Yep. Just like kind of subtly saying it's a good idea so that he'll do it.
Yeah.
But oh my God, in this game that was just played, that was so terrifying, because if I was a faithful, I'd just be like, I'm gonna pop up.
The Jack in the Box game. Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna pop up and have a look.
I know.
It was so dangerous.
It was crazy.
It was, and the way they kept zooming in the camera to make it seem like they'd heard someone, I was like, fuck, they haven't heard it. It's so annoying. Oh God. But yeah,
again, he and Rachel sort of allowed this to happen. Stephen had 3 out of 4 correct answers.
Like, mate, have a think.
What's going on there?
Yeah.
It was crazy. I think he was just in such a state of panic he couldn't make his brain think of another name that was reasonable enough once they'd already...
Like, yes!
Yeah.
I was like, Stephen.
She was brilliant at just calmly coming up with 2 answers.
They had to, like, be careful, because in the first time they came out from the Jack in the Box, which was really stupid, they both like rubbed their eyes. Like, I was like, there's a light in there. Guys, have a think.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So like they both did that to try and show like, oh, we've been in the box for quite a long time. And then they never did it again because no one else was doing it, because there's a light inside the box.
That's a good tell, that is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was thinking like, if I was one of them, it was a bit of a party pooper move, but I would maybe suggest to just do the same name every single time, because then you're minimizing the amount of people that, well, basically you're minimizing the amount of weirdness of whether you do or don't put your own name in the mix. Like, say, because they did James twice.
Yeah.
If they'd just done James the whole time, it would have made it quite obvious that James was faithful, but it wouldn't have kind of eluded, like, it wouldn't have enlightened any of the other players, but it would have been a bit boring.
And then they wouldn't have won any money.
That's true. I forgot about the money.
There's money involved.
I forgot about the money.
And at the end of the day, everyone's there for the money.
That was a brilliantly designed task then, wasn't it?
Yeah, because you could cheat like that, but then, yeah, I guess it works. But I think it's a bit too party pooper.
I do think they did make it quite obvious that it wasn't James by putting him. I think he's now dangerous because he's quite...
Aren't they contemplating murdering him? I think they might
probably
contemplate... Oh, they can't murder anyone tonight.
Oh, yeah.
But I think they might contemplate murdering him because he was on Jesse's side too much. And
he's the cleverest one that's left and the most obviously faithful, I think.
Matty's also clever.
I don't know anymore.
I don't think he's going to get recruited, though. I feel like they might just kill him off.
Yeah, and they were right to feel threatened and worried about him, because he did say that he would try and throw one of them under the bus if he was recruited.
Yeah, he did say that,
Bloody
didn't
hell.
he? Gosh.
My naive assumptions that they'd work together. Why can't we just work together? Then he seemed like he was going to be done for. I mean, James is really gunning for Matt.
Yeah.
So he probably will be done for soon.
Yeah.
James seems clever, and then he is talking to Stephen in the kitchen. He's like, well, I know you're not faithful, mate. You're not a traitor, mate, so don't worry.
I know. I'm also like, it's getting to the point where when they're eliminating faithfuls, they're going to run out of who they can get rid of. The positive thing about... I was thinking like, oh God, it's just going to be Matt's going to go, and then they're going to look at Jade. Jade's going to go. They're both going to be faithful. Rachel and Stephen. Done. Bosh. But now that Rachel brought Ellie into the mix, it's genius, because they're going to run out of round tables and time to vote out Matthew and Jade, knowing if they're a faithful or traitor.
Right.
Do you see what I mean? So
they will be the suspicious ones left at the end.
Yes. Or like close to the end. And then I think it's just going to get to the point where, by the time those two are out, which I do think is inevitable, they're not going to know if they're getting traitors out or faithfuls out.
That's so true. And the Ellie move was genius and
but also horrible.
And horrible, because if she had gone for someone like Jade, and then Jade had gone up and said she's faithful, it would have seemed like she'd been framing her the whole time. So to do someone who came out of completely nowhere, it was just such a clever move. I can't believe how clever Rachel was. But it was really sad to see Ellie and Jade crying at the round table. Like, it was quite brutal. And Ellie just looking at her and saying, I just wanted someone to talk to.
Oh my God, that broke my heart.
And Rachel was like, oh, I'm sorry, girl. Oh, it's okay. And still voted for her anyway.
Oh, that was... I forgot that element of it.
Yeah.
She was like, my friend has gone, and my friend Jessie, I was excited to talk to her and work out what I was going to do, and then she wasn't here, and
I don't know who to trust.
How Ross wasn't there. And
horrible
I love
feeling.
that she could tell them all that she was Ross's girlfriend.
Yeah,
that made me happy.
Was really sweet. But yeah, what a horrible feeling to be already feeling emotional because you don't know who to trust and you just want to find someone to talk to. You've decided that person's Rachel, and then Rachel fucks you over like that and steers. People don't see that they're being steered by Rachel towards these decisions.
Even though that was the most obvious steering there's ever been.
It was so obvious. And then Stephen votes for Ellie, which could come back to bite him.
Why
did jumping on the...
Yeah, because who was he pointing the finger... He was not pointing the finger at Ellie. So
he jumped on the Rachel wagon.
I think he's so desperate to prove himself to Rachel, but he needn't.
He's a little Rachel acolyte, isn't he?
Yeah.
He needn't?
he needn't do that because he's
Why?
incriminating himself by standing up for Rachel, who's fine. She's fine. She'll be all right. You don't need to keep doing everything she's doing. She needs to help you, Stephen, but she doesn't need you.
Which she has been doing. She has been defending him.
Yeah.
But maybe the time is coming.
I don't think she'll betray him. I really don't think she will. Not to his knowledge. I don't think she'll do it. If she did that, I'd be so sad.
I definitely think she could in the final one.
But he's gay.
She doesn't care about that.
But he's gay.
She cares about her mummy.
Her mammy, who's got dementia and Parkinson's.
Yeah.
She could take her on a holiday.
That's
to be fair,
really
go
sweet,
on then, Rach.
isn't it?
Off you go. They must do a bit more choosing of who is worthy
What do you mean?
of the money. Like, I think because everyone had like quite an intense story.
Who must do?
Sorry, the producers.
Oh, when they're casting.
Yeah, because it was so annoying when Harry won and he was just going to take his family out for a meal.
That was really annoying. But some of them were like, yeah, most of them had pretty intense emotional stories, but not, I don't know, not all of them. I guess most people would.
Most people, everyone's
Most
complicated,
people
aren't
would
they?
have a narrative like that.
Yeah, it was funny. Everyone's kind of very emotional stories. And it was like, and so I'm going to buy a house.
Yeah.
I mean, fair
But
enough.
in this day and age, that is an emotional story, isn't it? Because
It's true.
shit that people can't have
You
their
literally
own
can't-
house.
Yeah, and then you're just at the behest of a landlord for your whole life.
Yeah.
And it's shit.
Don't we know it?
Don't we bloody know it?
Faraz wanting to do Hajj and go to Mecca.
Obsessed.
J'adore.
Make me love him.
Make me
even
love
more.
him.
Yeah, he's a good faithful. He's
Yeah.
a good faithful, and he's of good faith. And I did a cross, but it's Islam. sorry to all the Muslims out there. I didn't mean to do that. But also, this is an audio podcast. That's mainly anyone, any Muslims watching the YouTube podcast. Sorry that I did that. So he's going to take the family. What is Hajj? You told me that's the name of the pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage, yeah. And
Yeah.
then Mecca is the destination.
And that's where you walk around the cube.
I think so, yeah.
That's crazy.
If my RS studies memories can be trusted.
Yeah, Google can't be consulted in this instance. We just have to go off what you learned. How many years ago? 15?
Oh, yes.
Maybe longer.
Even longer.
I didn't want to out you.
From Miss Arnell. I wonder if she's still out there.
Miss Arnell, if you are, leave a note in the comments.
She was very sweet, but she was the one that I said, I'm not going to be coming into your lessons anymore because I learn more at home.
You fucking bitch.
Isn't that awful? But it was true.
Because I can't believe you said that. Did you say it to her face?
I can't remember if I said it to her face or if I emailed her. I might have emailed.
Did you have your parents
I
support
said it.
you?
I obviously said it in a nice way, but I was getting very distracted by the other people.
Who was dum-dums.
Yeah, and I wanted to study hard and use my time wisely,
And
also stay at home so I could eat beans on toast.
And watch Loose Women.
Yeah. And she said yes. Bless her heart. Breaks my heart.
Oh, she sounds really nice. Was she like, I understand?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
I know. Poor old Miss Arnell. Anyway. Respect to Faraz for his wishes and dreams.
Yeah.
He also wanted to get a new motor.
Oh, I like a new motor.
So a bit of the Harry sneaking in there, but the spiritual depth outweighed it.
But if Allah wills it, then he deserves that motor. I hope he gets to do that. I somehow don't think he's going to win. So I hope he still gets to do that.
Really?
One day.
If some of the faithful
go
win,
through, yeah. I want him to win.
Him and Roxy are right up there, aren't they?
That's true. I hope so.
As in, I think they will be there at the end because they're the type that tend to. Although neither of them are white, so that would be a win.
That's
for
what I was
unconscious
thinking
bias.
as well. You meant something else.
A little bit acting a bit clueless. Tend to be in the winning circle.
Got you.
Although he's not clueless, he's just very quiet about things, and he's obviously very faithful. So
Yeah.
I don't know. James was quite tight-lipped with his dreams, but they were sweet. I did not think he would have five
We're a family of
kids.
7.
I know he hasn't given birth to all of them. Some of them are stepchildren, but still, bloody hell.
I know, surprise.
Because he's giving me these naughties comedian vibes. I'm just imagining that he's like 25, but...
He's 38.
Well, that is quite young to have 5 kids. Maybe it's not.
That's just because you're like, I have a brother who's 38 nearly and he doesn't have any.
Yeah.
So you're like, that doesn't make sense.
Did you not think the same?
I don't think it is unusual in some, and also it sounds like he has stepkids. I'm imagining he has
just a blended family, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm imagining it's a blended family, and that's really sweet. And he was saying he wants to buy his stepdaughter a car because she's learning how to drive.
It was lovely. I really like him now. I've liked him more and more.
I just noticed you don't even have Jake written down on there, who was saying he's gonna pop the question.
Jake,
curly hair, glasses, 2 little dangly earrings.
Oh, yeah. To his girlfriend?
A girlfriend.
Yes. Good luck. Well done. That one's a bit boring. And you know we're going to get it on Uncloaked or something because it's being broadcast now, so it must have happened, which is very cute. But that's the least of the heart-wrenching.
What are we going to get on Uncloaked?
Oh, they'll show a clip of him proposing or something.
Oh, what, when he gets voted out?
Yeah.
Nice.
Or in the after show if he wins.
Oh, if he wins. True.
Yes. Stephen and Matt connected over their rural roots growing up as a gay boys in isolated places. That was very lovely. That was Stephen saying that he'd had so much self-hatred and he tried to pray away the gay, and it's like you would never think that to see him now so fabulous and seemingly proud.
It's so funny, isn't it, how like that people think you can pray away the gay. I'm like, no, people.
Oh my God.
People are just gay, mate.
You're going to go into
Look
a
at
church
Stephen.
to try not to be gay, where they wear all the sparkly outfits and light the candles,
and there's so much gold and prettiness around,
and they separate the boys and the girls. That's not going to help.
It's not going to help, is it, darling?
No.
Silly. And then Rachel's mammy.
So yeah, it's I'm still more, I think I'm back to rooting for the traitors, even though I still find Rachel absolutely terrifying.
But she's the best.
She's brilliant. She's absolutely cold-blooded.
She's amazing.
She did say she felt bad sitting there and hearing all of their stories, but it's funny because she has no more reason to feel bad really than the faithful. They're all hoping.
That's a very autistic way of you to look at it, I think.
Well, they're all hoping to steal the money off each other.
Yeah.
The faithful at the end will be stealing the money off her or off whoever they vote out, but they just do it under a guise of like, oh no, we've got to make sure that there's no nasty traitors hanging around, but they're still just stealing money off someone.
And they're all still just people at the end of the day.
Yeah, they're just trying to get money for themselves. They all are. They're all doing the same thing. But
you're right.
There you go. But obviously some of them know that they're lying. Even some of the faithful are lying.
It's true. Everyone's lying. So, chum.
Oh, I thought you wanted to do
rock, paper, scissors. Did you get ready? No, ceremonial dagger. That was exciting. So their vote is worth 2 votes
for whoever they decide to bestow the dagger upon.
And I was like, well, obviously they're going to give it to James because he's going to vote for Matt and then he'll get 2 votes and then Matt will be out. But you were like, no, because that's too obvious.
And James would
Stephen will probably be like, I'll have it.
Probably, yeah. James would be way too dangerous for me because if he decided to look at one of them and then went for it, he's more single-minded. He's less influenced by the group.
Who the hell would you give it to?
Well, the immediate thing that came up was Faraz because he hasn't been looking at them and he's more likely to just kind of listen to what the group is doing. Would they? I think it would be a huge mistake for Rachel to give it to herself because she hasn't been like popping up.
But is she getting too like big for her boots? It would be a big mistake if she gave it to herself. But
yeah. They could give it to Matt in the hopes of framing Matt with the knowledge that he isn't looking at them.
It's so risky, whatever they do.
All of it is risky. Oh my God.
Can't give it to Roxy because Roxy has so said, like, it's not Stephen. It's like too obvious.
Yeah. And if they give it to someone who's like obviously one of their closest friends, then that also brings it back to them. That's why I think maybe Faraz, he's a bit
What about Jake?
neutral. I think Jake's quite close to Stephen, so again, it could look suspicious on
Oh
Stephen.
yeah, he is close to Stephen, isn't he? Yeah. Oh God, so stressful.
I don't know what the right answer is.
Me neither.
If they did give it to Stephen, for instance, he just would not get away with that.
They can't give it to Stephen.
I think Matt would be quite a good one because there is some suspicion on him. I don't think they should give it to someone who's too obviously faithful, but then Faraz is, I don't know. Oh my God, it's very exciting.
I keep thinking about the shot of her with the dagger in the air and the camera. It was very Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Like coming up from above and her doing this. I liked it. It was like very like Laurence Olivier and something.
Yeah.
Not that I know, but it just felt like that to me.
God, they're really putting the traitors through their paces this series,
Through
aren't
the
they?
fucking ringer.
They picked the right pair to deal with it because every night they've got but it feels like Stephen has really started to live for it.
He's
rather
coming to
than
his
crumble.
own.
Yeah. Although he's being a bit clumsy with it, but he's like kind of thrilled by all of the challenges.
They must need a really big nap after this.
Such a huge nap.
I'm so glad I'm not in it.
I'm so relieved.
Such a relief.
I cannot wait to see what happens with the ceremonial dagger.
I'm nervous. I can't wait. Give me another week.
We'll be back after the next 2 episodes, I expect.
Yeah.
And we'll also be releasing a Patreon this week. So you can sign up to our Patreon at Watching Telly Pod. We will be talking about Blue Lights.
Oh, we've watched the whole series.
As well as, I watched Sinners this week, so I might chat about that a bit. And any other TV that
we're
we've
going
been
to go see
watching.
Marty Supreme at the cinema tonight, so I'm sure we'll talk about that.
So we are, that's exciting.
Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme. Oh God, fucking Blue Lights has fucked us up so bad.
It's fucked us up in more ways than that, but anyway, we'll talk about that on the Patreon.
And you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok and watch us on YouTube, all at Watching Telly Pod. Rate and review us if you want, because it really helps and we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in a few days.
Lovely. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.